There's only one time. There's only one time that I couldn't do that, and that was the worst scene that I've ever done. But for some reason, it's the most popular scene.
And then I know, I already know it. You want to talk about that because that's like a big.
I think I can now. I think I can. Um,
You want me to like kind of talk about it before you get into it, or?
yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So before she gets into it, it's a video that what year did this scene come out? I know it was a long time ago. Like
I don't even know.
mid 2000s, maybe somewhere around
No,
there.
it was early. It was early because
Okay.
it was like 2004, 2005 or something like that.
Okay, 2004, 2005, and it was a guy. His name I don't even. It's not important, but you can clearly tell in the scene that it was a little extra towards the end, or maybe the full scene. I don't. It seemed like at the end it was like the majority of like the extraness, but it could have been a all scene for you. So go ahead and tell us about this. And
That scene was supposed to be a regular scene. It was not supposed to be an anal scene. He made it an anal scene. And during the time, like I'm still perturbed that they even put it out. But the whole time it was there, I'm looking at the producer, like I'm looking at him like, you don't see this. However, me being who I am, my work integrity is like, you can see me pushing him, you can see me like trying to fight and everything like that, but he was just so strong. He was just and he's whispering in my ear, just like, all kinds of goodness and everything. And then even his last comment when the scene was finished, it was next time you better what did it say? Next time be careful about whose house you break in or something like that, whatever like that.
remember, yeah.
And if you look at this scene, you see like my eyelashes are like hanging off, my makeup is smearing, and it's like I'm those are actual tears. That was not ecstasy, that was pain. I couldn't work for 3 weeks after that because he tore me.
Wow.
It was so awful, and like a lot of females go through this in the industry. A lot of them won't even talk about it. A lot of them, because they're not allowed to. We're not allowed to. We're not allowed to say that, hey, dude. But that was one scene that I couldn't cut, like, because it was a nonstop, and I couldn't. And even if I was able, because the chair I was in restricted me from, like, being able to move.
Right.
The position I was in, I couldn't move. And then even me pushing him away and like me trying to act that once he made it was over for me.
Wow.
Because,
so that was the last, like that scene was like the last. Just like,
no, it wasn't. That was actually one of my first because I wasn't at the time.
Oh wow.
And but it's funny because in my personal life that's one of my favorite positions. But he almost bought it for me. But I realized that there are idiots in every business aspect.
So did he ever like apologize for the scene?
I don't know, because he was one of those men that is like, women are like, I believe, women, every woman has a position in life, especially when it comes to men. Like I would never call myself an equal to a man because we're not. Like we can do the same things and everything like that, but we can never do what we can.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's like one of those females is like, oh, I can do construction there like that, but yeah, while he's lifting 3 bags at a time, but concrete, you only have 1, and he's done 15 bags, you only have 5. You can't expect to get paid the same way.
Exactly.
But he was like, men are dominant and men are controlling, and you have to do what I say kind of thing. And he learned from my other scenes that I could be a submissive type.
Okay, because I think that's what it was with the scene too. Because I think it kind of confused viewers. Like, okay, is this some type of role play, or is this legit? Like some, you know what I'm saying? Some other type.
I'm gonna be blunt about it. That was a film scene. That's what that was. And even though it's out there and everything like that, I'm not going to deny that it happened. I'm not going to sugarcoat what happened
Right.
because it shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have been put out, honestly.
Right.
But since it was, I find myself having to correct people when they talk about that scene.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't like that scene. It was not pleasurable for me. It was terrible.
You will see that in the comments too. Like, oh, like she, you know, like they'll try to say that you clearly enjoyed the scene. I always felt like,
And that's also because like they may have seen other scenes that I've done after that. Like one of my favorite people to work with was Charlie Mack. Like he was the buttery hottest of me. We had so much fun on scenes because he's goofy like me. And but he's also one that's like he was right here. Are you okay? Is it too much? Should I pull back? Want me to do like that? You have certain people like that. Mr. Weed, Marcus, Mandingo, like those them they're ones that they're attentive to the female. You know, so it's like, am I doing too much? Should I stop? You want me to pause? Cut the scene. Let's take a break and everything like that. They're attentive. And then you have those ones like that and guns yourself like that. And I'm like, wait, hold up, whoa, hey, wait. But it's funny. I do not regret that scene.
mm-hmm.
I like I said, I do hate that it came out, but I don't regret that scene because it taught me something. It taught me that it's like, the more submissive you appear to be, the more naive that they feel that you are.
Okay, that's deep.
So they feel that they can do whatever it is because you're going to submit,
Right.
because you are a submissive spirit.
Mm.
And what he did, he just took way, way more advantage of that.